There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. The general who does not advance to seek glory, or does not withdraw to avoid punishment, but cares for only the people's security and promotes the people's interests, is the nation's treasure. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. The end and aim of spying in all its 5 varieties is knowledge of the enemy, and this knowledge can only be derived, in the first instance, from the converted spy. Hence it is essential that the converted spy be treated with the utmost liberality. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. The king is only fond of words, and cannot translate them into deeds. All war is deception. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in, and in your own way absorb it. Do not become others. Anger may in time change to gladness, vexation may be succeeded by content. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Feel nothing, know nothing, do nothing, have nothing, give up all to God, and say utterly, Thy will be done. We only dream this bondage. Wake up and let it go. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. All love is expansion, all selfishness is contraction. Love is therefore the only law of life. He who loves lives, he who is selfish is dying. Therefore love for love's sake, because it is the only law of life, just as you breathe to live. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. One mark of a great soldier is that he fight on his own terms or fights not at all. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. The art of war is self-explanatory. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong, and strike at what is weak. When one treats people with benevolence, justice, and righteousness, and reposes confidence in them, the army will be united in mind and all will be happy to serve their leaders. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. Supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. If you do not take opportunity to advance and reward the deserving, your subordinates will not carry out your commands, and disaster will ensue. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. It is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. It is the rule in war, if our forces are 10 to the enemy's 1. Thus it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory is won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterwards looks for victory. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations, when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. It is only one who is thoroughly acquainted with the evils of war. In the practical art of war, the best thing of all is to take the enemy's country whole and intact. To shatter and destroy it is not so good. So, too, it is better to recapture an army entire than to destroy it, to capture a regiment, a detachment or a company entire than to destroy them. All is fair in love and war. Sun Tzu said, "The art of war recognizes 9 varieties of ground. 1. Dispersive ground. 2. Facile ground. 3. Contentious ground. 4. Open ground. 5. Ground of intersecting highways. 6. Serious ground. 7. Difficult ground. 8. Hemmed-in ground. 9. Desperate ground." Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. All power is within you, you can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak, do not believe that you are half crazy lunatics, as most of us do nowadays. You can do anything and everything, without even the guidance of anyone. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Success in warfare is gained by carefully accommodating ourselves to the enemy's purpose. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Order or disorder depends on organization, courage or cowardice on circumstances, strength or weakness on dispositions. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting.